What's up, everybody? Tony Jigsaw Cutillo here. And what a friggin' game, man. Like, literally, what a game. I want to know who cashed, who didn't cash. I know we cashed. We cashed our forward leg parlay. If you boost it, you got it over plus 500. But I want to break down this game from a betting standpoint. I'm going to try to be doing this more often. And I'm going to keep the 50% off as we're doing this stream because it is the post game of the final game. So it's going off at midnight. We'll go over after this, obviously this stream for the morning. If you're listening, if you're tuning in, make sure you get on your YouTube channel. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. And we're going to go through the bets that we had, and we almost hit a lot. I mean, literally a game of inches, but the biggest thing is we hit the big one, right? We hit the big one. So I'm shocked. Isaiah Likely, almost, man, almost. The Ravens should have won this game. Obviously, they 100% should have won this game. 27-20. They lose from a centimeter of a toe on the line, but Zay Flowers, we could be talking about a Zay Flowers anytime touchdown right now. It didn't happen. Would have boosted his numbers up a lot more than what you see. I know there's a lot of questions about Derrick Henry, not from me, but from other people. Mark Andrews, a lot of questions. Before we even get into bets, what I will say is you have to remember, this is a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator in Steve Spagnuolo. Okay, a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator. So you had to expect him to do something, right? Lamar Jackson was not supposed to rush for 122 yards, but he was taking what the defense gave him. That's what he was doing. You saw it. The guys were not open. Okay, they were not open. 90% of the night, they were not open. So he just took the game over. He took it into his hands, and that's what he did. And again, if you follow me, it's exactly what I feel like Jalen Hurts might wind up doing tomorrow night for Friday night. So again, 50% off, code Heat. I'm going to continue this right now as we're doing this stream. You have any questions? I was helping somebody in Discord earlier, brand new member that had signed up. I got him synced in Discord, got him into all the betting pages. Now he's happy. He was able to hit on the 4-leg parlay. So if you want to hit, if you want to win, okay, sign up right now. Code Heat, HEAT. You get $25. Like I said, it's still $25 for the month. We're going to change everything up tomorrow. Okay, we're going to change everything up tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do. My man Tyler checking in. Tyler says, seems like Henry will be touchdown dependent this year. Justice Hill used a lot, especially on third downs. I think he was always going to be touchdown dependent. Honestly, Tyler, I mean, that's what I assumed too. When I did my research, he was always going to be touchdown dependent. The thing that is hard to look at in this game with week one is looking at the defensive scheme that Steve Spagnuolo threw out there and how that changed on the fly. I don't think they came in here specifically thinking that Lamar Jackson, okay, was going to run 16 times, Derrick Henry 13 times, 46 yards, only 3.5 yards per carry. That's a really good defensive front there, led by the anchor and Chris Jones, why he gets paid a lot of money. So I'm really not concerned. I definitely look at this stage of his career, he's not going to be a 3-down back. He's just not. So the Justice Hill factor was going to be there from a receiving standpoint. The thing is, nobody dug into his carry. So I guess if you want to say that he will need to be touchdown dependent because of his rush yards, yes, I think you are correct. But that's always been the MO on Derrick Henry, and a lot of people thought Derrick Henry was going to get like 20 friggin' touchdowns this year. So we'll see what happens. My man, East Coast Gridiron, my man Dante checking this says, if the Ravens don't get better up front, it's going to be a long road for the Ravens. And I know he's talking about better up front on the offensive line, man. Offensive line. That offensive line was torn apart. It really was. And that's one thing I underestimated. Okay, that's one thing I did. I underestimated that 100%. 100% underestimated that. I thought they would be a lot better. They weren't. But again, this is what you saw. Like I was saying to my boys when we were watching it, what you saw Lamar Jackson do, and what is exactly what I think Jalen Hurts is going to do against Green Bay. Okay, that middle of the field to be wide open because they're worried about covering so many different people. So we're gonna go into what happened. East Coast Gridiron. My man Dante says the Chiefs are going to be crazy good at defense again. Leo Chenal played his tail, dude. Chenal was a freaking beast, right? He is a freaking beast, and this is a team that loses L'Jarius Sneed, right? They're basically their captain of the secondary. I mean, this just shows you how good Steve Spagnuolo is. A Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, man. Hall of Fame, just put him in the shrine right the frick now. That's who he is. Hall of Fame defensive coordinator. Spagnola is the absolute man. Again, if you're following right now on the Heat Ratio Sports page, that not just Philly, we're going to do this all the time. We're going to be doing post-game shows. We're going to be doing pre-game shows. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, the main provider of the betting content, Win Daily Sports, like they always are. Make sure you're following and liking the channel as well. And make sure you're getting signed up, man. 50% off. Use the code word HEAT. I'm only doing this right now, finishing this stream out because it is the post game of what we were offering. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get involved, man. Listen, it's literally as $7.50 for a week. And that's what you get if you sign up with the 50% offer. You get the $25 a month. Or listen, you could do a quarterly, okay, where you're gonna get 4 months for 150, and then 3 months into that for 75. You can pay the whole year for $250, man. $250 get you the whole year of Win Daily. It'd be a really good investment for what we're doing over here as a provider. And listen, at Heat Ratio Sports, we're using the betting model. Tyler again hits a couple bets for the HRS triple play. You watched, if you watch the Plugs Pub show, that we go live on location of Bucks County, we hit 5 for 5 that night. One of them was a live money line hit. So we hit 5 for 5. So make sure you're getting signed up, man. I'm telling you, make sure you're getting signed up. Dante says the way McDuffie stepped up in the slot on that, dude, that is such a tremendous point. Okay. It's such a tremendous point because Zay Flowers is their long guy. Okay. Not only is he number one receiver, but he's their long guy. And McDuffie's an absolute stud. And him playing the slot, he averaged, again, Zay Flowers, 6.2 yards per carry. I mean, per catch. 6 catches for 37 yards, and a lot of that was because of OJ McDuffie, man. And a lot of that is why Isaiah Likely had such a big game because they had to go with those outs on the outside. They had to look at Likely because that's the only guy that was open, man. Listen, Justice Hill and Isaiah Likely had tremendous games, and it's because of what the defense gave them. So everybody just pumped the brakes on worrying about Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews. You got to give it 3 games. I keep telling everybody, you got to give it 3 games. Okay, they play Cincinnati next. We'll see what happens, but give it 3 games to really figure out. This is a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator and a Super Bowl dynasty champion in the Kansas City Chiefs that it's very hard to compare them to the both right now. So just be very careful. Okay, just be very careful. Let's get into the bets. Let's get in to see what we hit, what we missed, how we missed. Okay. Now the other night, what we did throw a couple bets up. Okay. On our on the plus money prop train, we threw this up, and we had Derrick Henry over 16.5 attempts plus 105. Didn't hit. 13 attempts. I thought he was going to get 18 to 20. I think a lot of the game flow dictated that again what he did and didn't hit, right? It didn't hit. So we did not cash that bet, but we did cash the Isaiah Pacheco anytime touchdown. And when we placed it, it was plus 105. If you waited till tonight to place it, it was minus 105. The difference between plus money and a little juice. Okay. So you got to remember that. So you want to get involved earlier than later. Get those good lines. That's the most important thing. Get those good lines. Now, tonight, tonight we took the tight end combo of Isaiah Likely and Travis Kelce. We got 1 out of 2. Okay. So, like I say with all these, and I continue to say it, this is still a money hit. Why? Because anytime you do the parlays or the combos, I highly recommend, even if it's a couple dollars, that you bet it straight up so you can get your bet money back if half of it hits. And that's what happened. Isaiah Likely gets the hit. I think his anytime touchdown might have been like 300 plus 275. I'm not sure when we were working up these bets. So you would have definitely made your money back at least. And again, Travis Kelce, non-existent. Talk about that in a little bit. First touchdown score, I took Patrick Mahomes, did not work out. It was Derrick Henry. I know. Again, here's the thing about the Win Daily Sports community. If you listen to the Serious Saturday show with Jason Mizrahi and Sia Najad, Jason Mizrahi took that not only the anytime touchdown for Derrick Henry, like I did as well, a lot of people did, but he took the first touchdown scorer in Derrick Henry, which was plus 550 at that time, and it cashed. So again, in Win Daily Sports Discord, in Win Daily Sports Radio, get it now 50% off. Code word HEAT, ATAT. Okay, the link again is in the description. Very, very simple. Or just go to windailysports.com. Okay, and just type in, go to the checkout page. It'll say coupon applied. Just put in HEAT and everything will change. Okay. Everything will change. And I say that because it's very, very simple. Okay. I'll show you real fast, just so you know. This is where it's going to bring you to right here. It's going to bring you to this right here. Okay. It's going to bring you to this to choose your membership. You see HEAT. Okay. You see the $49.99 X, $25 a month with the first coupon. Okay. Look, weekly, you change it. Boom. $7.50 a week. HEAT. 14.99. Clicked out. $7.50. And again, it's the last time we're offering this. Tonight it goes away. This is it. And then you have a quarterly. That's very, very interesting. Again, read it all though, so you understand the way this works. Okay. It's only $149.99 for 3 months. But not only are you getting an extra month, but then you're going to get 3 months for $75 with the same code. So listen, huge, huge benefit. Or you could get an entire year for $250 for the entire year. That's what you can get. So it's up to you. But I'll tell you right now, we are moving fast. We are moving fast and we're hitting bets. Now, longest field goal made. We had it. Justin Tucker. We had it. Just missed, man. Just missed. I'm telling you, man. Just missed. He had it. He missed it by inches, man. So that would have been a really good bet. And again, remember, these are plus money bets. Okay. So before everybody starts getting a little crazy, these are plus money bets. And I say that because these are fun bets. And we're always going to do a combo. We're always going to do a parlay. And we're always do the plus money bets. So if you hit one or two of these, you've already made your money. And we hit the big one. I'm going to get to that in a second. We just missed on all these. We just missed on a field goal. We just missed on Lamar Jackson throwing 2 TDs. If Isaiah Likely doesn't step on the line, guess what? We hit that as well. Okay, Mark Andrews, only 2 catches. Very disappointed. That was a bad one. I was very disappointed in that. But let's get to the big one that we hit without the boost. Okay, we cashed the 4-pick parlay. Okay, Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, anytime touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, we went low because it's the first game of the season. Okay, you just never know. You could have laddered this up to 250 if you want, but we took 225. Lamar Jackson, we took 175. Boom, that hit in the beginning of the fourth quarter. We were already done. Now that was plus 390. If you boosted it with the profit boost, you got plus 550. That's a nice hit. And guess what? Guess what? If you got just say you got plus 500 and you put $20 on it. Okay. Again, if you put $20 on it, you just paid for your entire year of Win Daily. Okay. You just, you paid what? $100. So you got your 4 months of Win Daily. How's that? So yeah. So, I mean, you see what I'm saying. Okay. You go by these numbers, you go by these bets, and you want to try to come out ahead with at least getting 1 or 2 of the plus money bets. And this is besides, again, guys, this is the plus money prop train. This is completely different. So these bets are completely different than the ones that you're getting in Discord. These are just the plus money props that we're talking about. So that's why you want to get signed off. Promo code HEAT. Go to windailysports.com. Make sure you're signing up right now and you're getting everything. Like I said, I just helped somebody, shout out to Eddie in Discord, signed up, brand new member, got him in, showed him how to sync in Discord. I hopped on the phone with him real fast, told him exactly what to do. He got his, not only did he get his DraftKings first user sign up, he deposited $5, got 150 in free bets. He took some of that money, put it on a parlay because it was free money. Guess what? Not only did he get free money and win from DraftKings, he was able himself, he signed up for 1 month. Okay, but he hit that parlay and he went right back on and signed up for the entire year, got the 50% off, and he still gets half of his money back. That's how this shit works, man. I'm just telling you, that's how it works. Is it going to work that every night? No, it's not. But that's how it works when you hit. Okay, and that's what makes it fun, especially when you're talking about plus money. So let's get into the game real fast before we get out of here. I'll give you my thoughts on a couple things. Number one, Rashee Rice, absolute stud. Absolute stud. Xavier Worthy, absolute stud. And here's the great thing about Xavier Worthy. Okay. Xavier Worthy was the guy, if you remember, if you listen to the Sirius show on Sunday nights back in June, where me and Dave Glechter, what we did, we broke down a rookie draft. And he was my first receiver selected, was Xavier Worthy, because I just know how much of a stud he is. Now, again, Hollywood Brown would change the dynamic. I get it. I understand. Okay. But it was nice to see him get involved in the end zone twice. One from a sweep perspective and one from a catch perspective. So that was definitely nice to see. Isaiah Pacheco, 15 carries, 45 yards. The game flow dictated it, man. The game flow dictated it. I'm not upset at all. He's not touchdown dependent. The biggest thing I look at is Isaiah Pacheco is who is the next one with the most carries. Carson Steele and Patrick Mahomes only for 2. There's no competition, like we've been saying. No competition for carries. Isaiah Pacheco is the guy. He even had 2 catches for 33 yards. But P. Ryan, 1 catch for 10 yards, man. Like, again, and Pacheco had 3 targets. P. Ryan had 2. You're safe. Okay? You are safe with Xavier, or you're safe with Isaiah Pacheco. Okay? So everybody just relax. Okay? Relax. You are safe with Isaiah Pacheco. 100%. Worthy is what John Ross was supposed to be, Tyler. Yes, absolutely. Except I actually think Worthy, I do like his physical state more than John Ross. I think Worthy, I will say certain things that just really stick to me is how humble he was in the post game. This is a grounded human being, man. When you're a grounded human being in the NFL, good things come, especially if you're uber talented. I love that, uber talented, like he is. Lamar Jackson, 26 of 41, 273, a touchdown with 122 yards on the ground. That's not going to be normal. That was Spagnuolo forcing him to run, and he was hoping his spies would get him. Unfortunately, they didn't, and he tore him apart. Patrick Mahomes, 20 of 28 for 291. Now, what I will say, okay, what concerns me a little bit here is the reluctance to throw the deep ball from Patrick Mahomes. And I don't know if that was something that was taken away. I have to go back and look at the film, but that have some of your speed guys out there. He lived in the middle of the field. I know it's great, but again, you're talking 291 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Could have been 2 picks. From a fantasy perspective, guys that are expecting him to be all in and all out, break all these records and break. I would temper expectations. Okay, I would temper expectations. That's why Jalen Hurts was my number 1 guy. My man Foods checking in. My man Foods at the 50 with Foods and Fleet, the podcast. As always, man, check it out. go subscribe. My man, I keep you see the name East Coast Gridiron. You want college information when you talk about breaking things down. I like how I do. Again, I like to give as many props as I can to people that are busting their ass, man. Dante again busted his ass, him and his crew breaking down the college perspective. A lot of the players he talk about are the ones that we're actually betting on and drafting as well in our fantasy leagues this year. So make sure you check out East Coast Gridiron as well. And as always, man, Tyler Mraz, man, if you're not checking out Tyler Mraz on Heat Ratio Sports doing the pre and post game, man, pre and post game. I'm gonna try and do the pregame tomorrow with Tyler for the Eagles game. I'm gonna try. Okay, what what Tyler I had to explain to Tyler is when he gets married one day, he's gonna have to realize, man, happy life, happy wife. So I gotta be careful. All right, be careful, Tyler. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try. Okay. Now Travis Kelce. Speaking of marriages and Taylor Swift, of course, we had to see Taylor there, right? 3 catches, 34 yards, man. I'm telling you, I told you, this is what Travis Kelce is going to be. He's going to give you a boom game every now and then, but the days of Travis Kelce catching 8 to 10 balls a week are absolutely over. I said it in the pregame, and I'll continue to say it. This is who he is. Travis Kelce may damn near be touchdown dependent himself this year because there's so many mouths to feed in this Chiefs offense. And tonight, you didn't even see Hollywood Brown, right? You didn't even see Hollywood Brown. So when Hollywood Brown comes, you're going to have Rashee Rice, you're going to have Xavier Worthy, you're going to have Hollywood Brown. All right, you saw Justin Watson out there getting some looks, Noah Gray getting some looks. You bring Juju Smith-Schuster back. Like, bro, the Travis Kelce days of him being that guy are done. They're done. And you know what? It is what it is. I just feel bad for the people who didn't listen and drafted him as another top elite option from the tight end perspective, because I don't think that's going to happen. Defensively, Chris Jones gets the sack for the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, not surprised, right? Not surprised. One sack given up, from the Chiefs O-line for the defense. Nothing crazy. I think the offensive line has a long way to go for the Baltimore Ravens, and they even alluded to that on the broadcast, to where they are going to have to gel together. They are going to have to figure some things out. Perrine was in the mix tonight. Fuji only had 1 catch though, right? Like, that's the thing. Don't stop worrying about Perrine, bro. Stop worrying about Samaje Perine. Okay. What I will say is I heard a great quote. I forget who. I listen to Sirius all day long now. Being honest, I listen to Fantasy Sports Channel all day long. I'm part of it. The guys on there are fantastic. Great information, great segments, great guests. And I don't know if it was Jeff Mans or it was Jeff Ratcliffe, but he was saying, I don't understand when guys get cut. Like, we were all in on Isaiah Pacheco, right? Isaiah Pacheco is the guy this year, no competition for carries. Samaje Perine gets cut because there's the team who cuts him doesn't want him, right? The team who cuts him doesn't want him anymore. And then he goes, signs the Chiefs, but now all of a sudden, because he couldn't make it on one team, now all of a sudden he's going to dive right in to the starters' minutes and catches and targets. Like, why? Like, why do you think that? Like, I don't understand. Yes, he will be involved sparingly, right? In a small little Jerick McKinnon role. But the Jerick McKinnon role you think it's going to be, it's not. That was when you had a big, healthy CEH, okay? And that's when you had Pacheco just getting his feet wet. So I can tell you this, Foods, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Food. No, listen, Foods, all good. I know I'm just letting you know. I would just temper. You're good. Okay, you're good. Isaiah Pacheco is the guy. Isaiah Pacheco is the guy, bar none. Bar none. Now, remember, make sure you're getting involved for the bets that we have for this weekend. With a lot of bets going around, man. We got a lot of bets. I'll give you, if you did not tune in the other night, I'll go over the ones that I'm looking at specifically. I'll give you it live on the stream. We'll see how we make out. We got a lot of things cooking coming up. You got a lot of great content all over the weekend. Make sure you lock it into the college football boys on Saturday morning at 9:30. We got the serious show on Saturday night. We got the first Sunday morning live going into kickoff, which will be fantastic with Stick. So this is what I'm looking at, man. I like Gino this week. I've been saying it. Our model likes him as a really good value play. He's 5,500 in DFS. I really like him against Denver. I think the Seattle Seahawks offense is being slept on. So again, I do think that over 1.5 touchdowns, again, minus 115, though we're getting up there a little bit, but I think it's very, very attainable. Now on the other side, I don't have him in there if you're playing DFS. I love me some Marvin Mims at 3,500, man. I think Marvin Mims can be a guy that nobody's expecting to break out. And if you're playing DFS, I think he could be a really good streaming option. From the touchdowns perspective, I love me some Jamal Williams anytime touchdown and almost plus 300, plus 275 against Carolina Panthers team that stinks. Okay, I think Jamal Williams is gonna get down there in the red zone, probably fall into the end zone and get a touchdown, man. It's very simple. He's probably gonna fall over and get it right. Ramondre Stevenson, another guys being overlooked because he plays in New England. I will say this again, and I'm gonna continue to say it, man. This is all about the quarterback, right? It's all about the quarterback. It's Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett's going to be lucky if he attempts 15 to 18 throws in that game. This is going to be the Ramondre Stevenson effect. Okay, Ramondre Stevenson is going to get the carries, going to get the touches, and he's going to score, and everybody's going to be happy. Now, the Washington Commanders, who they're going to throw the ball to, I don't know. Okay, but what I will tell you, okay, is Jaden Daniels is going to love him some Zach Ertz. He's gonna love him some Zach Ertz. And Zach Ertz has got to get 3 catches to give you that over 2.5 to cash on that minus 115. So again, I love the Zach Ertz play, and he is another guy on our model from DFS wise that's really good at 3,600. He's a really good play. And I talked about this. I want to end it with this. Jalen Hurts, 40 plus rush yards at plus 110. I may actually think about laddering that up to almost 70. Just watching what Lamar Jackson did tonight is exactly what I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to have to do, because it's going to be what the defense dictates. So we shall see about that. Again, man, it's been again. Yeah. Oh, look, my man Javon checking in. He says, gotta watch out for Taysom Hill. That's the touchdown vulture. Oh, I agree, man. I agree. I just think that they're gonna, like Kamara. I don't expect Kamara to get in the end zone at all. I think it's Jamal Williams, Taysom Hill, and for my opinion, I really hope that Rashid Shaheed gets on the board, because he's been one of my favorite underlining value plays in all of fantasy football this year. 3rd-year wide receiver breakout. Can't wait to see him. I think he's going to have a tremendous year this year. Again, we went over the bets. We hit the big parlay. I'll throw it up there again just so you know how we do it. Okay. You could get involved. Make sure you're understanding the way the system works. This is what we hit tonight. We hit a 4-pick parlay. The Derrick Henry anytime touchdown, Isaiah Pacheco anytime. Patrick Mahomes very, very low. We went with attainable numbers based on a Thursday night week 1 game, and we hit it. That's plus 390 without the boost. If you were able to get the boost as DraftKings, you got it at plus 550. So that's a really big hit. If you put $20 down, you put $10 down. Either way, it could have bought you at least 3 months of Win Daily. So make sure you get over to WinDailySports.com, man. 50% off. This is the absolute best and final offer that we have to give you. At least I know from myself. There will be other offers starting tomorrow. Could be a quarterly option. It could be a buy 3, get the 4th month free, but nothing's going to be 50% off, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Nothing's going to be like the 50% off, and you can get the entire year for $250 if you want 12 months. 12 months at $250. It's less than $20 a month. Just so you know, less than $20 a month if you sign up for 1 full year. And that's everything. That's baseball, basketball, hockey, tennis, League of Legends, okay, NASCAR, everything. If you are a betting man, college basketball, college football, it's everything we have to offer here at Win Daily. What's your take for the Birds game? I'll end it with this, Foods. I am all in on the Birds. I had a ridiculous high score. I don't care. I think that they are absolutely going to come out smoking hot. I'm going 34-21. 34-21 in favor of the Birds. We're going to be talking about Broad Street on Monday. We're going to be talking about parades, and then we'll see what happens in week 2. But for week 1, that's where I'm going. I'm extremely happy. I'm going to do the crash and burn. I'm going to be dancing and doing a mummer start like we do here on January 1st. As always, Tony Jigsaw Cutillo, Win Daily Sports is where you find us. Heat Ratio Sports as our sports partner and vice versa. Heat Ratio Sports with our betting partner as Win Daily. It's so nice to have that collaboration and the way that whole system goes together. Again, 50% off, promo code HEAT, HEAT, for the most lowest price you'll ever see. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to get the amount of information for that price anywhere. And last but not least, remember, I wrote it in Discord. I'll tell you guys as well. If you sign up, I'm your personal assistant. Zoom calls, text messages, Discord messages, emails, whatever it is. I told you I did a draft with one of the members, literally drafted the entire team with him. Did Zoom calls on how to get all the free money and the promos from our partners. You know, everything. I will do that. That's what I do. I want everybody to be successful. So again, everybody have a fantastic evening. Make sure you get locked in. WinDailySports.com, code word HEAT, HEAT. Get that 50% off now.